And so I always thought that it would be a good idea, but I was always afraid to bring it up because I didn't want to insult Joe. I'm not playing the piano, so we're safe. Exactly. But before I get into that, I gotta say, I've been looking at the butterflies for weeks, but tonight is the first night that they danced to the music.
Yes, they did.
So Victor Borge had a few skits. It seemed to me that he used to really enjoy language. And, he would take things like inflation. We all knew what inflation was. Inflation is all around us. It's the rising costs. It's numbers going up. So he decided, well, a lot of words have numbers hidden in them, like create, wonderful, before. And so, in keeping with inflation, create would become cre9, before would become b5. A simple sentence like I ate a tenderloin with my fork would become I gnawed an 11-tenderloin with my knife. And so on and so forth. So I have a short story that, I don't know if he wrote it or if he found it, but he performed it. And I'd like to read that for you now. Twice upon a time, there lived in sunny California a young man named Bob. He was a third lieutenant in the U.S. Air Forces. Bob had been fond of Anna, his 1.5 sister, ever since she saw the light of day for the second time. And all three of them were proud of the fact that 2 of his 5 fathers had been among the cre9ers of the U.S. Constitution. They were dining on the terrace. Anna, he said as he took a bite of his marinated herring, you look beautiful through night. You never looked that lovely b5. Anna, you look beautiful, despite of the illness from which she had not yet recuperated. Yes, Bob repeated, you look beautiful through night. But you have 3 of the saddest eyes I have ever seen. The table was tastefully decorated with Anna's favorite flowers, 3 lips. They were now talking about Anna's ascertained husband, from whom she was separated. While on the radio, an Irish 11er sang Tea for 3. It was midnight. A clock in the distance struck 13. And suddenly, there in the moonlight, stood her husband, Don 2. Obviously intoxicated. Anna, he said, 5 give me. I am only young twice, and you are my 2 and only. Bob jumped to his feet. Get out of here, you 3-faced triple-crosser! But Anna warned, watch out, Bob. He is an officer. Yes, he is too, but I am 2-3. All right, said Don 2 as he wiped his 5 head. He then left, and when he was 1.5 way through the revolving door, he muttered, I'll go back to 11C and be double again. Farewell, Anna. 3-2, 3-2. Now, another thing that he talked about was punctuation, We write with punctuation, but we never speak with punctuation. So he decided to create phonetic punctuation. So all punctuation has sounds. Are you doing it? So a comma would be, sorry, that wasn't really good. A period is a, quotation marks are 2 commas, or if you're left-handed, a dash is an exclamation point is a dash with a period under it. A question mark could be a little messy. So, I had another story that he had, that he used for phonetic punctuation. In the open window, there suddenly came light. Beautiful Eleanor sat alone, dreaming of but one thing. 2 years had passed since she met Sir Henry. She would still remember the unhappy evening when her father had thrown him out. They had been sitting in the park, and Henry had said, "Darling, is this the first time you have loved?" She answered, "Yes, but it is wonderful. But I hope it will not be the last." Suddenly, she heard a well-known sound. It was he. In 2 strides, he was near her, embraced, kissed, and caressed her. "Henry! What is love?" she asked. He answered, "Well, I couldn't live without it." She asked, "Where have all your thoughts been this while?" He answered, "With thee, my maiden." Suddenly, he was gone. All she heard was the well-known sound of his departing horse.